What's up, everybody? It's your boy Millie for another classic review, and today, well, I was trying to do a two-parter on this one, but nah, let's put them together. So, I'll be talking about my Fuzz, a Halloween classic, which I think okay. This is from my generation, from like in the 2003, 2004 era, around, oh, you know what it is. You were born in the 90s, and you're like in elementary in the 2000s. You're watching Cartoon Network and disappeared. You know what it is? Scary Godmother. Who haven't seen it? If you did, well, you'll be living on a rock, huh, buddy, huh? You miss a lot of nostalgia right there. So yeah, Scary Godmother. Damn. I remember the first time I saw this. I think I was in the first grade or second. No, it was first grade in 2003. I'm not having a Mandela effect. I swear to God, this film was released in the U.S. before it's supposed to be its official air day in 2004. Because I probably remember seeing this in 2003 while I was living in West Virginia during October. This appeared in Cartoon Network's, it had a series called Fridays back in the early 2000s. Like, they showed new cartoons, and this appeared as a special, Halloween special. And it actually, it was pretty good. I actually liked it, along with other Halloween themed cartoons, like from back in the good old days. Shit, like past reviews I did, like Billy and Mandy's, Jack Up Halloween. You know which one? This one, I think Jack Up Halloween came around that same era as well, like 2002, right there, or 2003. I had to check. And you got a lot of nostalgic Halloween specials in Cartoon Network. Some memorable, some ain't. Scary Godmother, on the other hand, became a tradition every year on Cartoon Network to air each of the years. Including the sequel, Revenge of Jimmy, which came out to me like 2 years later. That appeared in 2005. And I didn't know this. In October 2020, a series is still in the works, according to Norton and Thompson, the creator of Scary Godmother. It was a comic book, actually, created by Joe Thompson. So, if it's going to be a series, it'd be pretty good. Fun fact, in the comics, she wrestles against the Fairy Godmother. I'm not joking, she actually goes WWE on her. Why did we need to get a third movie of this? We can see her fighting the Fairy Godmother. That'd be pretty funny and awesome. Damn. But yeah, what is Scary Godmother? Originally, it was a comic book made by Jill Thompson. Actually, she made this for her goddaughter. You see, she always wears black, like a biker gal. And her sister was having a baby, of course, and she wants to be, well, she's the aunt, but she wants to be a scary godmother. She likes scary stuff, and she's the fun one, so yeah. And she's a godmother. I don't know how old that kid now. Damn. Of course, a lot of people want a student Carter want to ask her, hey, can we make a movie of this? Remember, some authors are picky when it comes to other people doing adaptations of their work. These guys from Mainframe Entertainment, the guys behind Reboot, the series, I'm talking about the one from 1994 to 2001, the good kind. The first company to use the production using self-image XIS pipeline was actually they actually used this for the movie. Combined with the 3D characters appear 2D, although most were actually modeled 3D, and Cartoon Edge to appear look through 2D watercolor background based on the source material you've seen in the books. As I was saying, sorry about the interruption. Well, sorry. As I was saying, Scary Godmother, the first one, Halloween Spooktakular, premiered in San Diego Comic Con back in July 8th. Wait. This film was released in Comic Con in the summer? That's nothing new. Before it was released in Region 1 DVD on September 3rd, it was aired during the year's Halloween season in most territories except the US, where it premiered on television the following year on Cartoon Network on October 1st, 2004. Okay, I'm having deja vu because I've seen this. Wait, October 1st. Yeah, I'm having deja vu because I came to Puerto Rico for my grandpa's funeral around this month, like in later October. So I think I did. I think I did see it because when I heard October 4. Wait, seriously? Because I think I'm in deja vu here because I seen the special when it came out on Cartoon Network. It was on Fridays. An annual thing they had in Cartoon Network on the Fridays back then. Damn. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think it was. Because I came here to the island before my grandpa died. Rest in peace. From the first two last weeks of October until we returned back to the States in November. I was in second grade, so yeah. Yeah, I kind of missed. Hey, spoilers alert! Puerto Rico doesn't celebrate Halloween. Yeah, they're Christmas holics. Yeah. When you come to Puerto Rico, go to the stores. You already see they have Christmas decorations already up by September. Oh boy, you guys are lucky. I miss Halloween over there. But continuing, when it first premiered on television, etc. The special was a ratings hit in the U.S. television premiere, well received by critics, and won a Leo Awards for the program itself as well as its score and direction, along with its sequel, Revenge of Jimmy, which both of the specials were continuing re-airing every Halloween season on Cartoon Network in later years. I don't know if they still do it. I gotta check on my television. I haven't seen Cartoon Network in a long time because they start airing some boring shows, not like the good days. There's some I did like Regular Show, Steven Universe. What else? I'm trying to remember. There are other good ones, but the newer ones, no. But yeah. As for background development, the author and creator of Scary Godmother, Jill Thompson, made a series of books beginning back in 1997 out of her obsession with Halloween and to add a twisted, friendly solution to the children's book market. And she quoted, "I wanted there to be a little Addams Family escape attitude in there. I've always been drawn to things that were a little bit more black comedy." My kind of person. It became a mainstream success, which another artist and writer on comics, Scott McCloud, attributed to its enlightened, mature fantasy genre unusual in the mid-90s. Yeah, but even the designs, yeah, it's mid-90s, right? I didn't notice until now. I was like, wow, I didn't notice from the 90s. Shit. Scary Godmother just hit that perfect note. It was enjoyable, stylish, but it didn't feel homogenized or robbed of vitality, which I agree. Scary Godmother, Halloween Spooktakular, is based on a stage production of the first Scary Godmother book done by Thompson and Runatnik Productions that ran at the Chicago Community Theater in 2001. Like, wait, there was a stage production? Damn. Let's see if anybody recorded that so we can see what it looked like. And this is from 2001. 3 years before it premiered the special. Damn. This is something you don't see every day. I've seen reviews of people doing that of Scary Godmother, but they never mentioned about the stage production, though. Who knew? But continuing, the special features longer shots than most of the other animated films, each lasting between 15 and 45 seconds, a decision that director Zeg Norton to emphasize the dialogue's humor he noticed in the stage show. On July 1999, Mainframe Entertainment, the guys behind the reboot, garnered options rights to produce Scary Godmother television series. Initially, Mainframe plan was a series for girls 8 to 11 and a budget of $350,000. For each, a 26 half-hour episode. By 2001, number of planned episodes for the first season were 13. Later on, conflicting opinions arose between staff over the Scary Godmother content to produce, some such as Mainframe Vice President Kim Walder felt it was better long-term to make a television series, while others thought the book would not work as a episodic show, but rather as specials. Which I agree, because you make it to an episode, why not just read the book? That would be one thing. That's what they're trying to say. To appeal to both sides, Mainframe decided to have a special that increased interest in the series and introduce the setting and characters for it. Which, I think that was a good choice, because imagine if they made it to a series that would be, like, quickly forgettable. But the special is more better, because, hey, I still remember, when I look at YouTube and other content creators, they still remember it. It's been like a tradition. Like, imagine they did Nightmare Before Christmas as a Disney Channel special. And it'll still be popular. With still a high budget of stop motion by the great Tim Burton. Hey, Tim Burton can make anything great. Unless Disney started to put their noses and start to ruin things. I'm actually still looking forward for Beetlejuice 2. From what I heard, Tim Burton went back to the roots. All practical effects, which that made the first film awesome. Which I cannot wait for next year. Next October. This October, Five Nights at Freddy's. Next October, Beetlejuice. Hell yeah. Damn. But continuing. To appeal both sides, Mainframe decided to have a special that increased interest in a series and introduced the settings and characters for it. While the only Scary Godmother media Mainframe has released is the two specials, Halloween Spooktakular and Revenge of Jimmy back in 2005, Norton Thompson revealed back in 2020 in October that its television series was still in the works. And we're in 2023. Where is it? Don't tell me Cartoon Network was being asses, because I remember they shut down their old studio, which... Please tell me someone's going to buy it and turn it into a museum, because that building is full of memories to those we remember. Someone demolish it, you're fucking cursed. Because that should be a museum to honor all the cartoons that came out of there, people who worked on them, etc., etc. Right there. Someone in LA who has the money for it, buy it as a museum, turn it as a museum. Someone who demolish it, you're damned to hell. I have spoken. As for the casting, they got a lot of interesting casting, because if you know the character of Scary Godmother is actually the creator herself, literally. If you've seen her photo and compared to Scary Godmother, it's her. That's what people didn't notice. It's actually herself. It's actually pretty cool. Why not? It's her creation. Let her have fun. Let her cook. Okay, but continuing. As with prior Mainframe projects, all actors were cast locally from Vancouver. Yeah, no A-list. Screw you. This sounds like a Rankin Bass, because Rankin Bass did the similarity until he broke the stone by adding one celebrity as a narrator, like beginning with Brives, then Fred Astaire. Well, Mickey Rooney was Santa Claus, so. But this is a different story. This is different. Let's continue. As I was saying, some who had previously voiced in the works in animation studio and recorded together in the same room. To get around the limited budget, some actors were hired to voice 2 characters each. Tabitha St. Germain was cast as Scary Godmother and Countess Ruby. Gary Chalk played Bugaboo and Harry, and Scott McNeil portrayed Mr. Scully Pettibone and Count Max. Is that a homage to Max Schreck, who played Nosferatu? That's like a good homage right there. I didn't notice it. And fun fact, these characters, Count Max, Ruby, and their son, they're not in the book. Literally. They only appeared. This is their first appearance. Original characters for the special. Because they never appeared in the book. In the book, Scary Godmother shows Hannah the whole world and different monsters. In the series, they do that show Harry, Bugaboo, Mr. Bone, Mr. Scully Pettibone, and the vampires. And this is her first appearance. That's what I think. When she wrote the comics, they start appearing because they're quite popular. So yeah, that's something I didn't know that. But let's continue, shall we? Most of the actresses that auditioned for the Scary Godmother role put on, in Thompson's opinion, a creepy, wicked witch type of voice. Wow. Unsuitable for the character, was also the case with auditions for the stage show. Thompson described the witch as enthusiastic and only a little goofier than the average person, and she felt St. Germain's voice matched it. Yeah, I can't imagine someone trying to take a wannabe Margaret Hamilton style voice. You imagine somebody in between Margaret Hamilton's voice for Scary Godmother. Ah, hey! That was bring back nightmares. But damn, imagine if that happened. I think that'd be pretty funny. Let me drink some water first. Back on the same, it would be pretty funny. Continuing, Harry, the werewolf, who is a item collector and comic book fanatic, was based on fans of Thompson's work who were also collectors. Damn! So you combine all the fans you had and turn to a fat werewolf. Shit. You forgot television fanatic as well. Because he mistakes Hannah for a famous star of a soap opera. Boy. Thus, she looked for someone that could replicate indescribable speech patterns common with them. The affections were based the most of one fan who she described as a published interview as into creepy fan art drawings, but refused to reveal his name to not embarrass him at a convention. The fan was upset at Thompson for not mentioning him. Dude! Whoever you are, you want to be chastised by the whole community? By your creepy drawings? You're lucky she mentioned you by calling creepy fan art artists. Literally. Imagine you revealed your name, you'll be screwed. It's better to keep your anonymity than open your fat mouth. Period. You're safe from that, but you want to be revealed? That's the biggest mistake you ever make. You become in the wall of infamous creepy people in the internet. Literally. And there are YouTubers that go into that cauldron right there. I might try, but hey, at least I won't hold the bun. As for the animation, Mainframe produced Halloween Spooktakular with 12 iterations of the new soft image XSI pipeline moving away from the soft image 3D. Rendering was done with metal ray, while layers were composited together with XSI's FX tree. The maximum number of layers that were shot was 30. Which, damn, it's a lot of work for this series special, but hey, it made it work, didn't it? As for the visual style, in 2021 interview, Dan DiDio, Mainframe's senior vice president of creative affairs, admitted other investors were holding television computer animated productions to the same standard as theatrical films. To avoid this comparison, the company stylized their animation with production like Scary Godmother's Halloween Spooktakular. It was the first production where Mainframe used proprietary software. This led to more flexibility and tools to experiment, making it easier to achieve a unique visual style that Karen Miltenbray of computer graphics world categorized as more reminiscent of The Nightmare Before Christmas than modern 3D computer animated films. And that's a good comparison because if you've seen the Nightmare Before Christmas, they took more as Germanistic expressionism. Literally, you see like the models and everything of Halloween Town. It looks like something like expressionism you see in the early silent films in the 1920s, like in horror films, like The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. What else? Frankenstein from 1930. That expressionistic, those shadows, the dark lines like they go straight and go stretch. That. And I kind of like that. And this is similar like here you see, okay, if you see like, okay, take example, the human world. It's like, it has a similarity. The buildings a bit too like stretched and wide. And take example, the first place when they visit the so-called spook house. It has that expression with the dark lines on it. That was a thing right there. The black edge in the background. And this is something I didn't notice. If you look at Hannah, she's the one who has eyeballs. Literally, she has eyeballs while the bigger kids only have pupils. And when they get scared to shit, they have eyeballs, which... What? Did they play too much video games and their eyeballs just sunk in and only their pupils there? Damn. Maybe it's a design choice? I don't know. I think it's maybe based on the comic that has more innocent and pure than the other big kids because they're more, well, compared to her cousin who's an ass. And the other are just following him, but they're more friendly to Hannah. We see in the second one that Jimmy's trying to be like the Scrooge of, or the Grinch of Halloween, which is pretty funny. He's trying to ruin Halloween, but how? Anything you do makes it more better. But continuing, the company's initial vision was being animated entirely in the same 2D watercoloring painting styling of the color books, but Thompson decided that her characters be animated in 3D and essentially influenced by her love of stop-motion films such as The Night Before Christmas. Excuse me. The final result was 3D CGI characters animated in front of what looked like 2D hand-drawn watercolor backgrounds. Although most of them were modeled in 3D, Montebre wrote that the diversity extended to character design from the wide-eyed anime look of Hannah to the simplistic style use for Jimmy and his friends to the softer, more sophisticated appearance of the creatures. One character design liberty was with Pettibone, who wore clothes in the books, so Thompson did not have to draw his rib cages, but wore nothing in the special, as animating clothes would have required too much processing power. They're telling me he actually has clothes in the book, but decided no, it will take too much time, so we'll just make it all bones. But only wearing a top hat and a bow tie. But in the second one, he did wear a costume, a cowboy, just the slacks, the hip, the gun pouch, and the boots. That's it. Congratulations, he's our next ticket cowboy for New York. No, New Orleans. He's a skeleton. And people actually like him, actually. I think Pettibones has to be a favorite. Among the great skeletons. From Papyrus and Sands to the, what's the name? Bedutu from Doom? And I've seen a lot of arts of different skeletons from different genres. I think there's an older one where you have two from video games. I don't remember this one. This is a skeleton who has pink hair. He has no jaw. He only has upper skull. I don't know who he is. You have Sans and Papyrus, Manny from Book of Life. This skeleton from Grim Fandango, and Brooke from One Piece. Yeah. Damn. And also Jack from Night Before Christmas. They usually put, I don't know who's the artist who put them together. It's actually pretty cool. They should add like, shit, I forget what's his name. Not Ernesto, the other one. His friend he murdered. Shit! Keep forgetting. Never mind. I think it'll pop up. As I was saying, which, of course, when it was released, a sneak peek trailer on the mainstream website, Scary Godmother, Halloween Spooktakular was promoted with tie-ins from Halloween shops and candy producers. On the special premiere on 2003 San Diego Comic-Con July 18th, to favorable audiences, receptions reported by comic book resources. As the special continued, there was more applauses each time a familiar character appeared on screen, with the biggest hand going to the arrival of the show's title character. It was clear the show was a hit from the start, with this audience of devoted Thompson fans, with lots of laughter and appreciative applause and cheers throughout, which, hey, awesome. It was screened on Halloween on Biograph Theater for the first animation event in Chicago International Film Festival, and on Halloween on 2004 at the Iowan International Animation, Gaming and Shorts Film Festival as part of the annual event's Kids Day. Halloween Spooktakular was released on Region 1 DVD on September 3rd, before making its television debut on Canada, Europe, and Latin America in October of that year. It aired in Canada on 3 afternoons in YTV channel on October 26th, 30th, and 31st, and on Disney International Networks in Asia, Latin America, Germany, and Italy. It had its first television screen in the US on Cartoon Network on October 1st, 2004, and re-aired later months 3 times on October 12th, 21st, 29th, and 31st. Also in the US, it was released on DVD on September in 2 editions, one which came with a glow stick. The special Revenge of Jimmy, the sequel, became an annual tradition for Cartoon Network. The first film and the sequel, became an annual tradition for Cartoon Network to air during the Halloween season, with the latest reported airing being in October 2012. It was also introduced in compilation DVDs, including a PAL Region Kids Collection release alongside the Happy... Who put the elf here? Everyone's Hero, wait. Did I guess it right? Everyone's Hero. Where I heard that before? Oh yeah! This film where the kids try to return the bat belonged to Babe Ruth. Okay, I think that was in elementary, yeah. And Lionsgate 2014 Kids Halloween 4-pack that also featured The Revenge of Jimmy and 2 episodes from other cartoon series like LT Rather Unusual Halloween and Wasbees Goes Boo. Huh? Both Scary Godmother specials became available on Canadian streaming service Crave in October 2020. As for receptions, let's just say it went up. By 2020, the special resurged in popularity with the prevalence of TikTok videos of people synchronizing to the show's audio and dressing up as characters from the special. But yeah, both specials are quite good. Okay, to do a reminiscence of the first one, it's like almost like a Cinderella story. Example: Hannah this is her first trick-or-treating, and but her cousins forced to take her. His friends like her, but he's like an annoying little baby. Wow, what an ass! What were you when you were a kid, huh? They call you a twerp. So he decided to play a prank on her, trying if she's brave enough, she'll join by staying in the spook house. Which, of course, let's just say he and his friends kind of went full jackass. Literally made her sad, and abracadabra, Scary Godmother appears and takes her to her place, showing that monsters aren't scary. Which, of course not. Which we had this awesome home touch of how we go from the human world to the monster world, which is actually pretty cool. I kind of like when everything started appearing, it started like flipping up like a pop-up book. Or is that the Mandela effect? But still. Kind of like she used her magic to decorate. First she introduced her roommate, Mr. Scully Pettybones. Everybody's resident skeleton in the closet, which in the books we actually see more of his job. Literally, we see more skeletons, which is actually pretty cool. Something we never seen, but hey, if they make a series, let's explore that. That'd be pretty cool. Sorry about that. For the pause, I had to drink some water, but hey. It keeps me going. That's all I'm saying. So we got our guests one by one. First is Harry. At first, he mistakes Hannah as his favorite soap opera star because of the outfit she's wearing. Of course, there's one problem. He fucking eats too much. Literally, he eats the food before the rest of the guests show up. Where Scully tries to stop him. Which, of course, I think they did a move like... I think Scary Godmother did like a little skip how to make peanut butter and jam. How to shut up a damn werewolf. And she shoves it in his mouth, which causes him to stop talking. Because the peanut butter is sticky. Which is actually pretty funny. So we meet the vampires, of course. This is their first appearance because they never appeared in the book. Of course, they enjoy the food. Unfortunately, we see Hannah's food. Oh, God. And here's a fun fact. When Hannah says, "Why are they moving?" and Scary Godmother forgot, well, they can't come in unless you welcome them in, which is a typical vampire behavior, because you can't let a vampire in without welcoming them in. Which, of course, yeah, they don't welcome them in until they look at Hannah and start looking at food. Then we get, who else? Oh, yeah. Bugaboo, which, oh boy. Let's just say causes the most havoc, and everybody Hannah starts running away, and it's insane chase. It's like something from a Benny Hill show chase. You should put the Benny Hill thing, dan 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 dan. Okay, somebody had to edit a clip with that song with that. Somebody who has the talent to do, I think I might try, but YouTube will be copyrighted. You know how those stick-ups are. They're the ultimate party poopers. Period. Hashtag YouTube party pooper. Boom. But yeah, soon, what are the big kids doing? Bored as fuck. They don't know what the Hannah's doing, so they're just goofing around doing something. I think one of the two characters, I forgot these two names. Let me check. Sorry. Nah, I forgot their names. Shit. It's the blonde kid and the girl. I forgot their... Oh yeah, wait. Is Daryl Brett or Daryl? I don't know. I think it's Daryl and Katie. When they were swapping candy, and she says 3 kisses, he didn't get it until he realized, oh, smooching time. Until Jimmy and Brett just broke the fun. Wow, you two are just bored to death, ain't ya? And a graveyard, no less. Back in the Halloween world, they ran out of food because Harry ate all the food. Of course, they ordered pizza, which they made a nurse cut, which either paid money or
your soul.
Jesus! Even the monsters had to give up their mortal soul? Ha! Which of course they managed to get the rest of the money from Bugaboo since he's the boogeyman. How many couches and beds and closets he ran into full of money? Of course, they pay out the food, but Harry's trying to steal it all. Scary Godmother caught him, and Harry begs for forgiveness and do anything, of course. This is the sequel where he's forced to do chores for her to pay up all he did. Soon, that's when Ham mentioned his cousin Jimmy, which Bugaboo mentioned that's in his scaring list, which he mentioned big kids get scared too, which of course, they planned to scare the shit out of them, which they did. And oh boy, I liked it how Jimmy starts bullying Max. I think it's the son, the vampire's son. What do you go, Mom, Dad? Which of course, oh boy, payback time. That's when, okay, Pennybone's little dance numbers while dancing until he falls to pieces. While Kay's still holding his hand, like, oh boy. I like what he may handle here by using a random flashlight to defeat them. And when she pointed at Scary Girl, I was like, I'm Milton. Literally right there. Typical Wizard of Oz. Of course, after the payback's been completed, everybody got scared. Scary Godmother gave her a skeleton key so Hannah can visit her anytime she wants. In any door, literally. But yeah, and that was the first film, the first special, and it was pretty cool. As for the second, it's like a combination of not like Christmas Carol because Scrooge hates Christmas, but he has spirits visiting him. It's more like how the Grinch stole Christmas, like how the Grinch tried to destroy Christmas. This is Jimmy how to literally destroy Halloween and backfiring at the same time. Thanks to Hannah's great imagination of seeing something that has been destroyed into something that actually saves it. With Harry, the werewolf, as the narrator. Which I did not know Scary Godmother has her own studio. Literally, she has her own studio. I don't know if that's her studio or security, because you see it has cameras all over in the room, the living room, the kitchen, the outside. Like, what the hell? But yeah, I kind of like it. This is the scary part, because anything that ruins Halloween in the monster world, bad things happen. Like, I think the first happened was where one of them starts like Scary Godmother was black and white. The vampires actually become relive, as in they're not dead anymore, they're alive, which freaks them out. Bugaboo shrinks, and Harry becomes naked. Which, I don't know why. He's a werewolf. You don't see his dingling? He's fur. I think that's just a get, but he's nude. And Mr. Pennybones in pieces. Then again, I think this happens I don't know, twice or 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. First one was with the Halloween costume, the candy, Julie tried to ruin, then the pumpkins, and finally the ghost house, the spook house from Teepee, but I think one of it made things worse, made Halloween literally disappear, which the whole world just into a void, literally a black void. I don't know what was the final spook, but I think that was that because you can see how they know Halloween's ruined by when she looked at her calendar. There's a big pumpkin where it marks Halloween. If it shrinks, that's bad. If it goes big, it's good. If it vanishes, we're fucked. Actually, Jimmy actually slowly turns to a demon. Later, you see his face converts and contorts until finally, when he tries to ruin the Halloween by stealing the grand prize, he bumps into Bugaboo, which scares the shit out of them. Both of them scream, which no one has screamed Bugaboo, made Big Bugaboo scream out loud. Which of course makes Jimmy the winner, and he turns back to normal. Unfortunately, he can't break the pumpkin, the piñata pumpkin, which, remember, his leg hurts after busting a bunch of pumpkins in the face. Which, of course, after that, Harry starts to do his antics like give him donation until Petaboo takes him away and Scary Godmother, see ya, folks, and we're gone. But yeah, Scary Godmother, Howie's Spooktakular, and Revenge of Jimmy. Hey, put that in your list of specials you want to see in this October because it gives you good memories from the good old days. To this generation, they don't know. To us, hey, we seen good shit. We seen better shows that had good shows. Like, okay, to tell you the truth, we seen better specials than this generation has. You got a lot. That's a lot. We got a lot of. You know what I'm talking about. A whole portfolio of Halloween specials that came out over the years from our time, from elementary to high school to college, compared to this generation, the Zevers, the Crystals, ugh. These guys, the Zillennials, I think it's a new term now. But yeah, to me, it always holds a place in my heart, and that's why I love Halloween. It's a pity I moved to a place that doesn't celebrate Halloween, a bunch of party poopers. But yeah, you gotta make what you do. At least the college I'm in does celebrate Halloween. I think every Halloween we have like a mini Comic Con. We all dress up, which this is my final year, so it'll be my final Halloween here. So at least it's something for me to enjoy because the other university I've been, they don't celebrate Halloween, which boring. Yeah, that's how I usually react. But yeah, folks, let me know what you think of the two specials, Scary Godmother, Howie's Spooktakular, and Revenge of Jimmy. Were you the guys who've seen this in Cartoon Network when it first came out? Or you seen the reruns? Because, hey, I seen them when it first came out when I was in elementary. The first one in 2004, and the second one when I moved to Florida. So, yeah. To me, it brings good memories back in childhood. It was awesome. I love it. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe, hit the bell, like this video, and if you comment down below and tell me what you think of the specials and what was your favorite memory of it, and are you still watching it? But also let me know, is it still like rerunning in Cartoon Network or not? I don't know. I think there's a full version on YouTube. Well, both of them I have to check. If there is, I'll leave a link so you guys can enjoy it. The kids are not doing it in Cartoon Network anymore. I don't know. But yeah. And remember our goal to hit 1 million subscribers by the end of this year. Because, hey, it's been 11 years. We wanted to make that a big mark. So I can retire knowing that I managed to entertain you guys. But until then, have a great day, everybody. I think I might do another upload for tonight. We'll see. But until then, have a spooky day, everybody. Peace.